So for my PBA presentation, I chose to do the big book. And when I began creating this, I chose this type of presentation because I thought it was a great way to stay organized but also become creative while creating a resource that I could use during student teaching, my future classes, and in my future classroom. So my story is about a boy named Sam, and he's called Searcher Sam. So, throughout the story, the students help him look for lost items and get to hear about him going on an adventure, and then they eventually see all of the items that they helped him find. So, on the front cover, I just have Sam up here so they can see who they'll be working with, and then some colorful aspects because the book is focused on teaching colors and numbers utilizing background knowledge. And they also utilize repeated reading, going through the story, listening to it, then doing it. The teacher reads, they read, and then doing it in unison a third time. So throughout the story, you can see that Searcher Sam introduces himself. Over here, the students will look and he asks them to help him find things through the narration. So, throughout the story, it's telling the students what Searcher Sam needs to find. So, on this page, they need to help him find the two red fire trucks that are on the page, and then they also help him find things such as his backpack, some flowers to take to his mom on his visit, his sunglasses to pack, and then they get to see him go on his way for his visit. And then also on the pages, the colors are written in that specific color of marker so the students can visually see the color and they can also see the number as well. So, for example, two flowers, it's written out and then they can visually see the number as well. And then at the end, the students are able to see Searcher Sam, thank them for their time so that they're being acknowledged for all the work that they've done throughout the story. And then the very last page, Searcher Sam wants to show them all of the items that they've found throughout the story. So you can see the two pairs of sunglasses, his backpack, the flowers that they helped him find for his mom, and the fire trucks. And then this story, since they're counting and they're also reviewing their colors throughout this story, after they work on the story, and since they're doing repeated reading, I thought that before the lesson, this book could be passed around. They could do paired reading, or even at reading time, this book could be brought back out to be utilized. So during the lesson, they'll be focused on counting colored counters and working with a partner with a stronger, higher level thinking. And after they do that, they'll be able to work on a worksheet and color that and look at all of the labels of the colors. And then also in the lesson, this book will be able to teach them the components of a story. So the title, they'll be able to locate the front page, which is the cover page, and then the back page, the last page of the book, or the back of a book, and then the different types of content that may be within a story as well. So you could say, like, this would be the introduction of the story, and then for early finishers, they could either participate in an additional counting activity or locating different colored objects within the classroom, because sometimes not every student feels comfortable with helping others and we don't want to pressure them into that. But if they do feel comfortable, they could go around and help their peers that may be struggling to identify colors or count their numbers out loud while they're doing their counters. So that's the basis for my story and how I began to create it and come up with those ideas to create my big book.